Hello students, good morning everyone. Today we will start our new chapter. The chapter name is Introduction to Database Management System. In current scenario, with the advent and reach of digital technologies, almost all data is stored and managed electronically. Day-to-day transactions in small and medium enterprises are recorded in systems termed as information system. Users of information system are growing multifold. Users accept flexibility in accessing data irrespective of the places they are at and irrespective of where the data is stored. Organizations now being global information system are not now limited to storage and maintenance of enterprise transactions which were understood as replacement of registers or files maintained in organizations. Search engines, reservation systems, online banking, online tax filing, stock trading are examples of systems used by millions of users simultaneously. Today, usage of information system is becoming inevitable. All of us, directly or indirectly, act as users of one or other information systems. Doctors, engineers, shopping stores owners, broking agents, educators, and students. None of the entities have remained untouched. Information system today has also become a strong helping and in taking decision to take best possible decision. Everyone needs correct, precise and relevant information on time. It is obvious that the perfect decision depends on the accuracy of information available. Information is the output generated through processing of raw data. So, let us first understand the two important terms. Example, data and information. Nowadays, we can see everywhere, okay, digitalizations means everywhere they use the computers to store the data. Earlier, when computers were not available, that time how they were maintaining the data, like they are using the books, notebooks, okay, and manually they are writing and keeping the records of the data. Nowadays scenario change, we all are using everywhere, they are using the computer to store the data. Why? Because it is reliable. Whenever you want, you can retrieve the data, okay, before 5 years, 10 years, whatever data you stored into the computer, that you can retrieve, okay. So many benefits are there. Now let us understand these two terms. First one is data and information. Data and information, many a times the word data and information are used interchangeably, so it is necessary to have a clear idea of both the words. Let us first understand data and information by their possible definitions. All kinds of facts, figures, and details related to people, places, things, or events is known as data. Again, all kinds of facts, figures, and details related to people, places, things, or events is known as data. Data may be in any form. It may be written, oral, computerized, or non computerized. Data in its original form may not be of much use. Data must be processed in a proper way to generate the useful and meaningful information. Looking to the importance of data for decision making process, many business houses consider it as important asset of the business. Okay. Data means suppose students are there, we are gathering the information about the students. So student is one entity. So students having their name, father name, surname, roll number, GR number, address, contact numbers. Okay. So these are the data. When we gather this kind of rows materials, okay, so it consider as a data. Now after then, when we organize this data in proper way, that we can easily find out the particular data. Suppose 1000 students are there, okay, if I will insert the record of 1000 students, okay, so in such way I have to enter or I have to process that data. Then after then, whenever I want to retrieve the data, I want to get some data, particular data, means I want to find out the particular student's address or contact number. So out of 1000 students, I should be able to find out that particular record. So when the information is collected, data is collected, after then is it processed and organized in proper order, then it's become the information. Information, on the other hand, can be described as the required result obtained from processing of the data. This means that the information is nothing but the processed data. Okay, so the term data and information both are different. When you processed on the data, after then what result it will be generated, that is called information. Information is important because it is forms the foundation for decision making. Taking timely decisions based on correct and relevant information may be beneficial for us. On the other side, taking decision based on incomplete or incorrect information may badly affect the business. Let us clear the concept of data and information with an example. Suppose you and your team in a school decided to send birthday wish to each student of the school. This idea requires collection of birth dates like 10th September 1998. The dates collected act as data in this case. If today is 10th September, you will find out names of the boys and girls whose birthday fall on this date. The set of names in your list now act as information. Already I explained. Okay, suppose thousands of students are there and you have recorded the details or data in your computer. Now you want to find out that only 10th standard students list. Okay, so you will process on that data. You will apply some conditions to find out the data of 10th standards only. And after then what list you will get, that is considered as information. Database and data models. Having learned about data and information, let us now have a look at database. We all use one or more type of databases in our day-to-day life. We keep a diary containing address and phone numbers of our relatives and friends at home. Same way, your school maintains detail of all the students enrolled in the school. An attendance record of every student has to be maintained by school. Indian government is issuing unique identity numbers to each citizen under Aadhaar project. Thus, a detail of each person has to be maintained. Passport office maintains details of the issued passports. Doctor maintains medical history of each patient. Railway department maintains detail of passengers. All these are example of records. Okay, nowadays everywhere they are using the computer to store the data or database. So for example is in the school. In the school, okay, whenever student get the admission or registered, okay, from there the record should be inserted, in which class he is studying, okay, what is the address, all records will be stored in the school database management system. Okay, government some projects are there like Aadhaar card, okay, then voting ID, pan card. So these are the unique identifications of the person, so that details should be stored in that particular applications or particular softwares or particular computers. Then passport office, okay, so they are also maintaining the details of where which persons issued passports. Doctors maintaining the medical history of each patients. Railway department, they are maintaining the details of the passengers. As per the common definition of the database, database is a collection of related data items and stored in an organized manner. Again, I am repeating the definition of database. Database is a collection of related data items stored in an organized manner. As discussed earlier, data is stored because data is to be stored. Thus, the word related and organized is very important in definition of database. Now, here in the definition, two words are there, related and organized. So, these two words are most important in the definition of database. You may compare storing data to arranging things in your room. You might be receiving instructions from your parents and teachers to keep your belongings at a proper and pre-decided place. You may fix a place of school bag, stationery, books, etc. You may label the compartments in the book shelf. For example, science, general knowledge, etc. If your father gifts you a book on human body, you may decide to keep it in science section. Next time when you want to read the book, it would be very easy for you to find out the same book. Logical arrangements of things always makes searching easier as and when required. Similar to your books, clothes in wardrobes also require logical arrangement. However, you might have noticed that structure of wardrobe and bookshelf is normally different. The place designated to store jewelry or kitchen utensils has different structure. Above examples indicates that depending on the things to be stored, structure of shelves is to be designed. Similarly, database are designed according to certain rules. The underlying structure of database is known as data models. Again, database are designed according to certain rules. The underlying structure of database is known as data models. Data models describes way of storing and retrieving the data. There are different data models like hierarchical data model, network data model and relational data model. In this text, we will be discussing relational model. Different database management systems are available in the market which are based on one of the above mentioned data models. Let us now understand what database management systems are. So here examples are given how you can arrange things. Why it needs to arrange? One simple example I would like to give you. Suppose in your school library is there, okay, so many students from each class, so many students are visiting library to read the books. Now if these books are not arranged properly, like subject wise, okay, and every time whenever students want to read the book, once he read again he want to read the book, so many other classes students also coming and reading the book. If it is not arranged properly, then what difficulties they will found? They will able to easily found that book? No. But if it is arranged properly, then it's become very easy. Second one is there in our mobile phone, in phone books, okay, when you are storing the numbers of your friends and relatives, okay, whenever you want to search any number you will get easily. Why? Because it is arranged in order, like alphabetically order, A to Z or Z to A, like ascending or descending order. So through that you will get the easily whichever number you want according the first character of the person. Next example is there, dictionary. Okay, in dictionary thousands or millions of words are there and meanings are there. Then also whenever you want to find out the particular word, okay, within 2 or 3 minutes you can get that word out of millions. 2 or 3 minutes also more, okay, less than that you will get the word. Why? Because it is arranged in alphabetical order. That's why it's become easy to get the word. Next one is there, okay, phone book, okay, telephone directory. That is also one kind of database. In that data are stored, that persons and phone numbers are stored. Okay, you want to find out any particular person's number, then you can easily find out. Now what database management systems are? Database management systems, to work with computerized database, one must first define and create a database. However, just creating database is not the only task. In order to keep the database ready with latest up to date data, following basic tasks are expected to be performed regularly with as much ease as possible. Now see what you have to follow. Adding data into the database as and when transaction takes place. Okay, so you must add the data whenever new data should be added or any transaction take the place. Editing the content of the database with the corresponds corrections required as and when noticed. Removing unnecessary data from the database if any. First one is there, adding data into the database as and when transaction take place. So simple example, whenever student get the admission, okay, so when student get the admission, okay, his record should be stored, add into the database. Second thing is that when transaction take place, means okay, when year change, the first standard students will come in second standard, okay, third standard, fourth standard, means they will upgrade, okay, promoted. So that time that should be changed, okay, their class should be changed. Editing the content of the database with the correction required as and when notice. Okay, so sometimes it is possible that some corrections are required, so immediately that should be performed. That is called editing. Editing means changing the data, not adding the data. Removing unnecessary data from the database if any. So simple example is that, okay, when student pass 10th standard or 12th standard, after then, okay, after 12th standard, so data not necessary from the database, so it should be removed. Organizing the database in a proper manner. Data should be organized in proper manner, like example given. Okay, it should be arranged in alphabetical order, like that, where it is possible easy to get the data or retrieve the data. Retrieval of data as per user requirement. Okay, it should be easy to retrieve the data. Securing data stored in database, security must be there. Maintaining backup of database, weekly, daily, monthly data backup should be there. Allowing multiple users to access database simultaneously at a time. Simultaneously means together, parallel, at a time. Okay, more than one user can be use the same database. Allowing data to be stored in multiple languages. Okay, flexibility should be there. They should allow the data to store in multiple languages. Allowing data to be stored as multiple place. It is not so that from one place only one computer or user can enter the data. All tasks related to database handling is known as database management. Naturally, we need special software to do this kind of work. Such softwares are known as database management system. Okay, to perform this all kind of work, you need a particular software, that is called database management software. So here we will stop our session. Next session we will move for the next topic. Thank you, students.